why the hell is there a bedbug crawling in your hand and you're very aware that it is a bedbug and that they bite, but you're still talking while it's in your hand? You must like the feeling of the bites. So, as you can see in the title below, this is going to be a story time of my Psycho Best Friend. This will be my third time recording this video. First time, it was like back in March 2016. It was a good video, it was, but I had technical difficulties. And the second time, about 2 weeks ago, it just also technical difficulties. But hopefully you guys are watching this one right now, because third time's a charm. So, let's get into the video. I went to 2 different high schools. 9th and 10th, I went to this one school, and it was like super ghetto. I had to wear uniform. It was a hallway long, and it was just not for me. And then 10th and 11th grade, I transferred to this school where I'm going to tell you guys how I met my psycho best friend. So I had transferred schools, and the school that I transferred to was so much better. Like, it was 5 floors instead of a hallway long. I didn't have to wear any uniform, and it was super diverse. It was not ghetto like the other schools. The other school was so ghetto, yo. Oh my god, they was twerking on tables. So the first day of school, back then I was looking real crazy. Like, I had red and black box braids. They looked as crazy as they sounded. But yeah. So I'm walking into school thinking I'm all that with my black and red box braids, and I'm walking. And I realized that we had a lunch third period. And third period was like at 11 o'clock. So I didn't have no time to make any friends. And I was just like, what do I do? Like, I don't know where the cafeteria is at. I don't know anything. So I was like, I have to make a quick friend real fast. So at the end of second period, I'm like, oh my god, lunch is like now. I'm like, okay, I gotta make a quick friend right now. So I was choosing either between this really fat, crazy girl, which I'm glad I didn't choose because she was psycho as hell, or the girl that I'm telling you guys about now. She's also psycho, so, I just really know how to pick them. I walk up to the girl that I'm talking about now. We're going to call her Amy. So I walk up to Amy, and I'm like, hi, do you mind showing me around? I'm new. She's like my new friend? This is her voice. She has a super high-pitched voice, and she made the same face expression. And then I'm just like, sure. So that should have been warning number 1. Like, that should have been the first red flag. But I didn't catch on. So we're walking in the hallway, and not everyone has friends, I just assumed. So I'm like, hey, so where are your friends? And she's like, well, I don't really have friends. Like, that's her voice. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that's a little odd. Because, you're in high school, you gotta have at least one friend. Trying not to judge. I was trying so hard to give this school the best chance that I can. I was like, I'm not gonna judge her. Her lips were super white. Like, her lips were chalk, coke white when she was walking down the hallway. I didn't know what was wrong with them. I wasn't even gonna tell her, ask her. I was like, that's not my business. So we get down to the lunchroom, and she said she had no friends. All of a sudden, she got a friend. So I'm just like, I thought you had no friends. And the friend's name is gonna be Friend. So it's me, Amy, and the friend. And we're all sitting, and Amy's just telling me her whole life story. Like, in the first 3 minutes that I'm meeting her. Like, I'm just like, okay, so now, do you even remember my name? Like, she literally was telling me everything. Her religion, her parents' name, where she lived, where she came from, everything. And I'm just like, okay. I thought I was the new one, I thought you would want to know something about me, but I guess not. Okay. She's like, oh, I love my boyfriend this, my boyfriend that. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's nice for you. Then she, legit keeps on talking about it. Like, oh my god, I really love my boyfriend. I'm like, okay. She's like, no, I love my boyfriend. That's great. Shut up. So she's like, okay, the truth is, I haven't really seen him before. And I'm just like, wait, what? How do you love your boyfriend but never seen him before? And then she tells me that she does online chat rooms. Okay. You got your hobbies and I got mine. I'm still trying here not to judge at this point. I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. Then she's like, yeah, I've never seen him before. 5 seconds later. Okay, the truth is, I don't really have a boyfriend. And I'm just like, like, am I being pranked? What is this? It was too weird. Like, it all happened so fast. I'm just like, are you good? Like, I was like, it's all right. She's like, I'm sorry for lying. I'm like, you don't have to tell me everything. You literally just met me. So we're sitting, and I'm realizing she's kind of weird, like really weird. I think about the second or third day of school. It's me, it's Amy, and it's the friend again at lunch, sitting in the cafeteria. We're all talking about I can't remember what, and I see a bug on Amy's bag. I hate bugs. Most girls hate bugs. If you don't, that's cool, but most girls hate bugs. So I'm thinking when I tell her that she has a bug on her bag, she's gonna freak out, and she's gonna like knock it off or something. No, this is what she does. So let's say this is her bag. There's a bug literally crawling on her bag. So I'm like, Amy, you have a bug on your bag. So I'm expecting her to be like, oh, okay, and move on. No, she's like, oh, okay. She picks it up, legit picks up the bug. And I still don't know what she was trying to do with her hand. Like, till this day, I don't know what she was trying to do. I think she was trying to put it in her pocket. But I don't know why she would do that. She was just like this. She's like, oh, okay. So then she keeps on talking about what she was talking about before I mentioned the bug. And she's just going like this. And I'm just like, what are you doing? The bug is in your hand. So then the friend is like, wait, let me see the bug? Which is a weird question to ask. And she's like, wait, let me see the bug. And Amy's like, no, why do you want to see the bug? And then the friend is like, let me see the bug. And then she's like, fine. She opens her hand. Bug's crawling in her hand. And then the friend says, that's a bed bug. And then she's like, no, it's not. I swear I don't have bed bugs. It's probably from the train this morning because it was packed. I'm from New York City, so we take the train to go to school because it's easier and faster. So she's like, oh, yeah, I got it from the train. No one's buying it. No one cares. Like, look, it's not my fault if you have bed bugs. It's not your fault if you have bed bugs. My stuff will just be over here, and your stuff could be over there, but we can be friends. So I'm just, like, still trying not to judge. Like, all right. So then she's like, I swear it's not. It's not a bed bug. I don't have bed bugs. Mind you, it's still crawling in her hand. So we have established that this is a bed bug. And it's crawling in your hand. They bite. Why the hell is there a bed bug crawling in your hand and you're very aware that it is a bed bug and that they bite, but you're still talking while it's in your hand? You must like the feeling of the bites. Like, I don't understand. So I'm like, are you going to kill it? She's like, oh, yeah. How do you forget to kill a bed bug in your hand? And she's like, okay, and she kills it. And I'm just like, you are weirder each and every day. Should have been another red flag. So then she takes me to the library. She always used to force me to go to the library during lunch. And, like, that's not me. She's like, oh. She's just talking more about herself. Still has not asked me any questions yet. I'm still confused if she even know my name. So she's just going and going and going. So then she blurts out, okay, the truth is I've been lying to you. And I'm just like, oh, God. What now? And she's like, the truth is, last summer I drank bleach and tried to kill myself. And I'm just like, wow. Like, that's not funny. That's not okay. I felt for her. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, are you better now? Like, what happened? Like, what caused this? Like, I was actually caring. I was being a good friend. Like, yo, are you good? And she's like, oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm actually really happy because I was in the hospital for 2 weeks and the hospital had cable, so I got to watch Animal Planet. You're really telling me that's why you're okay now? That's what you're happy about? The fact that you got to watch Animal Planet? You're not happy that you survived this? Happy that you're okay now? No, you're happy because you got to watch Animal Planet. Like, yeah, that's real normal. So, at this point, I was starting to get annoyed. I'm like, what, really? Like, I'm over here, like, ready to cry, and you're over here like, yeah, Animal Planet. So this is when I started to establish, okay, she type crazy. So, then, after that conversation, she's like, you have to be my friend until 12th grade or else I'm going to kill myself. Please comment down below and tell me what you would do in this situation. Because I had no clue on what to do. I was so shook. When she told me that, I was just like, wait, what? Like, I don't want to be the reason why you want to kill yourself. I don't want to be the reason why you do kill yourself. And I don't want you to, like, I don't want you to tell me that. Like, why would you tell me that? Like, if we're friends, then we're friends. You don't force nobody to be your friend like that and put your life in jeopardy as well. Like, I was freaked out because, one, I already know that she's suicidal, so I'm just like, damn, she's not bluffing. So I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I went home crying. Yes, I did, because we had nothing in common. I honestly did not want to be this girl's friend. So it's like, what do I do? So I go home, I cry to my mom, and my mom has no heart. She's like, I want you to go to school tomorrow and tell that girl your mom says she doesn't want you hanging out with crazy people. And I didn't think it was like violation at the time. I think it was rude. So I was like, all right, good. This could work. So I go to school the next day, all high and mighty, with a smile on my face. And she comes up to me and I said, I can't be your friend because my mom doesn't want me hanging out with crazy people. And in that same exact moment, a whole bunch of people, like 4 to 5 people, come in front of her and they start yelling in her face, stop hitting me up on Facebook, and they're like cursing her out from like the highest, like they are cursing her out. And she runs to the bathroom and she starts crying, and I'm just like, great, perfect timing. I didn't know what that was about. Apparently, she claims that it was a fake page, but apparently she was on Facebook, inboxing a whole bunch of people, a bunch of crazy stuff, which don't seem hard to believe. But yeah, so I was just like, wow, okay, I think I should run after her. So I go running after her like the good old jolly friend I am. And I'm like, are you okay? And she's in the stall, in the bathroom, bawling. Like, she's like, I'm like, are you okay? I'm not getting no response. She's just crying. I'm just like, I started saying a whole bunch of stuff. I wasn't getting no response. I said, I'll be your friend again. She's like, really? Opens the stall. No tears. No tears. And a big smile on her face. Really? And I'm just like, weren't you just bawling? Like, where's the tears at? Like, am I being pranked? Like, are you okay? No tears. She didn't even look happy. And she walked out all jolly and happy with me. Like the fact that 4 to 5 people that just jumped in your face does not affect her. Like, that's not the problem. That's not why she was crying. She was crying because I didn't want to be her friend. What is wrong with you? So, after that, I was really irritated. Like, but she was a nice girl. Like, I'm not gonna knock her for that. But she did start some stuff. So let me get to that. During our friendship, she was just so gross. Like, she just didn't do what normal people do. Like, she would walk into class and super late, and she would be like, oh, I'm sorry, it was an emergency, and no one would ask her anything. The teacher wouldn't be like, why are you late or nothing. She would just come in holding her stomach, talking about breathing heavy, talking about, it was an emergency, I'm sorry. Who does that? And then one time, it was second period, mind you, that's like 9 a.m. And she's like, Rashana. I'm like, what? She's like, this is my 4th pad for the morning. And I'm just like, why are you telling me that? I am not the nurse, okay? If you want the nurse, she's on the 2nd floor. I am not her. I do not care to know that. So she's like, no, I just don't know why I'm bleeding so fast. And I'm just like, this is really disgusting. So lunchtime comes again, and she was sitting for a while, and then she gets up to throw away her food. And I see blood in a place where blood shouldn't be. So I guess she was bleeding so heavy that the blood traveled all the way from her, you know what, to her calves, okay? Her blood traveled from her butt to her knees, the back of her knees. Literally, you could see it, like her pants was like, the blood was printing through, and it was so gross. I said, Amy, you got something on the back of your pants. I think you need to take care of that, like, right now. And she ignored it. She was like, I don't see anything. I guess maybe she was embarrassed, but I don't know how you try to play that off. I really don't. So I was just like, this is so nasty. Like, she would just do the most craziest, disgusting things. And a lot of people warned me. They came up to me and said, why are you hanging out with the craziest girl in school? I thought they were just trying to be mean because she was getting bullied a lot, honestly. Like, I heard that the year before I came, somebody had pantsed her while she was on her period, which is so unacceptable and so wrong. So I could see like why people would be mean and say she's crazy, but she was actually crazy. Like she would sit here and play victim for situations that she wasn't even a victim in. Like it was so weird. Like somebody would give me a compliment and she'll be like, "I look fat today," and then the person will be like, "Oh no, you're beautiful." And that's cool or whatever, but then they'll be like, "Oh, I like your hair." And then she'd be like, "Oh, my hair looks like this today." And they'll be like, "Oh, your hair looks nice." Like, she would just fish and fiend for compliments. And it was just sick. Like, it was annoying. You're not the type of girl that I would want to hang out with. So why are you threatening to kill yourself if I don't want to be your friend? And it's so much more. Like, turns out the bedbug situation, she actually, in ninth grade, which was 2 years before I came, they had to leave. Everyone had to exit the science lab because there were bed bugs, so many bed bugs crawling out of her bag. And I'm just like, I didn't know that. Some other people told me that. But I think a week later, she's like, "Oh, you're so pretty. I love the way you dress. Can you help me dress like that?" And I'm just like, I wasn't really dressing like nothing. I looked crazy back then, to be honest. So I'm just like, sure. And then she's like, "But I can't wear tight stuff because of my religion, and I can't get piercings because of my religion." Mind you, I had one, other than my ears, I had one piercing, which I had just got my nose pierced. And she's like, "Yeah, but I really want to be like you. So what do you think is my problem? What do you think I need to change? What do you think the issue is?" I said, "Well, I don't know if you can change this, but I'm going to be honest. The issue is probably your religion," which I didn't really think was too harsh. I like, now I know, like, that's not okay to say. But she was like, "Don't you dare come in my religion. Don't you dare bring my religion into this." And I'm looking at her like, you told me that you can't dress like me and be like me and look like me, whatever that means, because of your religion. And then when you ask what the problem is, and I say your religion, you're mad. I don't understand. So I was like, "Who are you talking to?" She was just like, "I'm sorry, but I hate when people try to bring my religion into things." And I'm just like, okay. She used to drag me to after school, which is like, they have a whole bunch of programs. They had like vocal troupe, dance troupe. They had a bunch of cool things that you could go and participate in after school. So she dragged me to vocal troupe. And after school was her place to be. When I told you all the freaks and weirdos were there, that was her place. They were all there. Like, she left me. Like, we were in after school. I turned my back. I was like, "Oh, where'd she go?" She was gone. She had all her friends there, and when I tell you I did not fit in, I did not fit in. Now, Amy did have a best friend, and this best friend is actually the reason why I'm no longer friends with Amy. And it was the best thing ever. But anyways, I'm gonna get to that. So she had a best friend, and when I tell you her best friend looked as crazy as she did, they were a perfect match. So she like would be walking with her best friend when she sees her in the hallway because her best friend is in like a higher grade than her. So she was like, "Oh my god, best friend, I love you." And then her best friend leaves and she's like, "Oh my god, I hate my best friend. She gets all the boys. She has a different boyfriend every week. She's ugly." And I'm just like, "What? That's that's your best friend?" And she was talking so much crap about her best friend. So I'm just like, okay, I can imagine what you say about me then. Like, and I'm not even your best friend. You literally just met me. So next day, it's like I'm in after school again. She left me again to be with her weirdos. So I'm just standing by the door waiting for the class to begin. And I feel someone staring at me, and I look over. And I see that it's Amy's best friend. So I'm just like, what the hell? So I said, "May I help you?" Because she was not staring at me like, she's staring at me like this. And it's kind of weird after a time when you're standing and you just see someone staring at you like this. So I said, "May I help you?" She was like, "You think I'm annoying?" And I'm just like, "I don't know you." Now, I'm not going to lie. Amy talked so much crap about this girl that I may have said she was annoying. I don't know. I don't care enough to remember. So I literally told her, I said, "I may have said that, but I don't really know you, so I don't really care. Like, I don't, this is stupid. Why you asking me that?" She's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Why?" She's like, no reason. I said, where did you hear that? She was like, no. I said, did Amy tell you that? She said, yeah. I was like, wow. Really? So, really? You telling me that you sit here and you talk crap about your best friend from sun up to sundown, and I may have, I may or may have not said one thing, and you ran and told her that. Like, really, you want to play this game? You're really starting crap with your only friend in your grade. Like, I've been nothing but nice to you. You threatened to kill yourself. Like, most people would have just left you. I was like, no, I have to be your friend. I really just, like, it was so beyond disrespectful. I was just like, all right. But I was happy. I was looking for any excuse to not be this girl's friend anymore. And I was so happy that she was the reason why I could stop being her friend. Back to the story. So the next day, I'm minding my own business and I'm ignoring Amy the whole entire day. And Amy's like, why aren't you talking to me? Why are you ignoring me? I said, I will tell you last period. So last period comes and I walk up to her and I said, did you tell your best friend that I said that she's annoying? She's like, no, I never said that. And I'm like, she's like, it must be my other friends. I said, you have no other friends. Your best, I was kind of mean, but it was like a lot of built up anger. Like, why are you going to go and talk crap about me? When you be the main one talking about your best friend all the time and I've been nothing but nice to you. So I was like, I just cursed her out basically and I told her I don't want to be her friend anymore. You're fake and I can only imagine what you say about me. So she didn't even cry. She didn't cry. She just sat there and she was just angry. And it was just like, whatever. And we weren't friends anymore. And it was like the best decision of my life. Because when I told you, I thought that whole school was creepy and weird like her. Like, I literally was about to go back to my other school. But turns out the people were actually normal and they thought I was weird. Like, there were rumors that we were sisters. People thought we were creepy as hell. Because I was, like, associated with her. But I was nothing like her. She threatened to kill herself if I wasn't her friend. So it's like, what else do I do? But, yeah. So that's the story of my psycho friend. There's a lot of things I left out. If you guys want a part 2, let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright. And if you want to hear more story times from me, also write that in the comments below. Because I have tons to tell. Thank you for watching.